Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving straight into something that's basically become a modern cultural battlefield: the ongoing, highly public clashes between Hollywood and Donald Trump. This is a phenomenon that has completely redefined how the entertainment industry interacts with political power. So we're going to trace exactly how this dynamic unfolded, going all the way from the initial shock and disbelief to the digital battlegrounds we see today. And we'll be looking objectively at how both sides have fueled this unprecedented back and forth.
Just to give you a sense of how intense this gets, take a look at this quote. Stephen King, the master of horror himself, is literally framing the political landscape as scarier than his own novels. I mean, when the guy who wrote The Shining says reality is more terrifying than his fiction, you know we're in deep waters. The feud actually got so heated that King and the former president ended up blocking each other on Twitter. It's a perfect encapsulation of the deep divisions we're going to explore today.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. We'll be hitting 6 main stops. First, Hollywood speaks out. Then, the verdict reactions, center stage clashes, social media showdowns, Trump strikes back, and finally, the Taylor Swift factor. Let's get right into it. Kicking things off with part 1, Hollywood speaks out, or as the source calls it, the era of disbelief.
So the earliest phase of all this wasn't really organized outrage. It was just pure disbelief. Honestly, a lot of people in the entertainment industry just couldn't wrap their heads around someone from their own showbiz circles stepping into the highest political office. Just look at this anecdote from George Clooney. He's talking about how hard it was to reconcile the Trump he knew, the 2000s socialite chatting about cocktail waitresses, with a serious political leader. It highlights this massive gap between how Hollywood elites perceived him socially and how voters ultimately saw him politically.
We see this exact same friction with Matt Damon too. For Damon, it got professional when audio from his movie Air was used without permission in a campaign ad. And he wasn't just annoyed about the copyright, He took that moment to express some really deep concern about what he called an impulsive and rash nature, even questioning the idea of him having access to the nuclear football. Moving on to part 2, the verdict reactions and the immediate industry fallout.
Jumping to a much more recent event, you can see how this dynamic has totally evolved. Right after the verdict came down on those 34 charges of falsifying business records, Hollywood mobilized its messaging at lightning speed. Just look at this rapid-fire chorus. You've got Barbra Streisand issuing these stark warnings, Katy Perry and Cynthia Nixon posting these visceral, celebratory reactions, and longtime critic Mark Hamill just hammering the verdict home. It shows a highly attentive entertainment industry reacting in real time to legal developments.
Now this part is fascinating. Look at how the relationship with Arnold Schwarzenegger shifted over time. It starts out in the showbiz era, passing the celebrity apprentice baton. Then it devolves into this pretty standard petty TV ratings spat where they're trading jabs. But look down at the bottom row. The political era hits and the showbiz banter completely vanishes. Schwarzenegger explicitly labels him a failed leader and the worst president ever. It's like watching an entertainment rivalry literally mutate into intense political opposition. Which brings us to Section 3. Center stage clashes, or the punch and counterpunch. The absolutely crucial thing to remember here is that these are not just one-sided critiques. We're talking about a highly public pattern of heavy punches and immediate counterpunches. Take Robert De Niro. As you can see, he does not mince words. The language he uses is incredibly blunt and visceral. The guy actually staged a protest right outside the trial. He completely bypassed the usual celebrity endorsement route to become this deeply vocal, physically present adversary.
But here comes the counterpunch. Almost instantly, Trump and his family fire back. Trump dismisses De Niro as a broken-down fool, going straight for attacks on his intelligence and physical state. And then Donald Trump Jr. jumps in, going after De Niro's career relevance, basically claiming he just needed attention. It is a classic, coordinated retaliatory strike designed to completely delegitimize the critic. And we saw this exact same dynamic play out back at the 2017 Golden Globes. Meryl Streep used her speech to condemn Trump without even saying his name for allegedly mocking a journalist with a disability. She made this profound point that when the powerful bully others, everybody loses. She literally used the ultimate Hollywood center stage to deliver a major political rebuke. So, right on cue, the counterpunch lands fast. Trump hopped onto social media to call Streep one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood. But here's the interesting part. The entertainment industry didn't retreat. Talk show hosts like Jimmy Kimmel totally absorbed the insult, joking that being called overrated by Trump is basically the highest compliment you can get. The whole ecosystem just feeds off this back and forth. All right,
Let's head into Section 4, Social Media Showdowns on the Digital Battlefield.
Nowadays, these battles are almost entirely fought online, and this timeline perfectly captures the sheer chaos of it. Take the First Step Act fallout involving John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. Step 1. A serious piece of criminal justice reform actually passes. Step 2. Trump complains about not getting enough praise for it. Step 3. He specifically targets Legend and Teigen. And Step 4. Teigen fires back with this massively viral, highly explicit response. It just shows how a legislative victory can devolve into a brutal online shouting match in the blink of an eye.
And Teigen is definitely not an outlier here. The source highlights how Trump's historically controversial comments about women have galvanized this massive chorus of female pop culture icons against him. Just scanning this list, you see everyone from veterans like Rosie O'Donnell and Madonna to younger stars like Hailey Bieber and Jennifer Lawrence, who, by the way, literally called a Trump presidency the end of the world. It's a highly vocal, united front.
Which sets us up for Section 5, Trump Strikes Back, and the populist pivot.
So you might be wondering, how does the former president handle this massive lack of Hollywood support? Well, he doesn't ignore it, he weaponizes it. Look at this quote about Jay-Z. He's directly telling his supporters that, unlike his opponents, he doesn't need A-list celebrities to pack an arena. He says they do it the old-fashioned way, claiming his crowds are there purely for the message. And this is what experts are calling Trump's paradigm. It's a total rejection of the traditional political playbook that says you absolutely need Hollywood endorsements to win. Instead, he flips the script. He takes the rejection from Hollywood elites and wears it like a badge of honor. By doing that, he actually supercharges his populist appeal, basically signaling to his base, hey, I'm fighting the exact same elites who are criticizing me on your TV.
Finally, we arrive at Section 6, the Taylor Swift factor, the ultimate wild card.
According to the source, there is exactly one megastar who might actually break that paradigm. Experts point out that Taylor Swift operates on an entirely different scale of cultural gravity. Look at this comparison. On one side, you have traditional celebrity influence, which Trump has effectively neutralized with his base, but on the other side, Swift is currently more popular than everyone else combined. Her reach is just so colossal that she acts as the ultimate wildcard.
So what happened when Swift indicated she wanted people to vote for Democrats? It's really interesting. Notice the shift in tone here. Instead of a fiery, explosive counterpunch, Trump offered this oddly measured numeric slight, just saying he likes her music about 25% less now. It is a massive deviation from his usual playbook, and it really suggests he's acknowledging the sheer size and loyalty of her fan base.
Which leaves us with this final, burning question to consider. We've gone through the disbelief, the digital shouting matches, the populist pivots, and the wildcard effect. But what you really need to take away from this explainer is this. Will this massive clash of cultural titans actually move the needle at the ballot box? Or has the general public just completely tuned out the Hollywood-Trump feud by now? It is an absolutely fascinating dynamic to keep an eye on. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning what you see out there.